And it seems to me that, in fact, is dispiriting for those Israelis. I mean, there's still a strong and vibrant community of Israelis, in fact, who want to change Israeli policy, who want to prevent the foreclosing of a two-state solution. And there is something, frankly, silly to me about an American Jewish community that feels so self-confident in how our values apply in Bosnia or the former Soviet Union or Darfur, that is so timid in talking about how our values apply in the place that we care about most. So what? The Gaza blockade was okay 2 days ago. We defended it passionately. And now that it's been changed today, we in fact say, no, that wasn't good, this is better. It seems to me we should feel self-confident enough, not to lecture, but to say that we have a right to moral positions outside of the United States, and we have we have the right to those moral positions in Israel as well. And that if you take the derivative position that you always support whatever the Israeli government does, that seems to me it's a kind of checking of your own sense of moral self-confidence at the door. And I don't see why we need to do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. First of all, thank you for your intellect and your controversy. The question I have is one I hope you will ask the conservative community because I don't have a forum. When Ehud Barak was Prime Minister of Israel, all of my conservative American friends, I'm a serious liberal, were very critical of him. And in all that time, those of us who are liberal never doubted their Zionism or their love of Israel. But when I express concern about Bibi Netanyahu or the government, I'm told that I'm a self-hating Jew and that I don't love Israel. So the question is, with those attitudes coming from our conservative friends and colleagues, what do you think the liberal community can do to help change the younger generation and understand? I know what I've done with my own kids, but I'm talking about globally.
I think the challenge for American Jews who are critical of Israel's policy is to be equally passionate in their criticism of those whose criticism of Israel is not coming from a position of goodwill. It seems to me if you're going to be zealous in criticizing Israeli policies you don't like, and criticizing the agenda of Avigdor Lieberman, you should also be zealous in criticizing those whose ultimate aim is the elimination of Israel as a Jewish state altogether. And I think that moral balance is tricky sometimes, but is truly important. And I think sometimes people on the left are surprised to hear American Jews who they've only heard be critical of Israel turn around and say, yes, I am a critic of Israel, but I want Israel I do it because I want Israel to thrive as a Jewish state. And you, I suspect, do it because you don't want Israel to exist as a Jewish state. And therefore, there is a fundamental moral division between the two of us. We're not, in fact, on the same side, even though we may both oppose settlement growth. And I think for liberals, it's incumbent to do that. Even though sometimes it loses one's friends outside the Jewish community. I think that while we need to have a very broad tent in terms of defining what it means to be a Zionist, the line does end about Israel's right to exist as a Jewish state, and we should be clear about defending that line.
Professor Sherman.
Just for everyone's knowledge, I live in Israel.
You can tell by the accent.
And just to put two things straight, it was not the
Speak up. But keep the questions short.
I have a comment. So
Okay.
just stop me when you think I said too much.